the world are cheering today as world peace has been achieved and mass starvation is now a thing of the past. So people have lots to be proud of. Be sure to watch tonight. We have a breaking news story. Technology has officially ended world hunger.
Because why?
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the show. My name is Tyson Alston Eberly, and you watch ZEITGEIST live. Tonight we got a great show for you, Mr. James Moran. We have our very first musician in the house, Mr. James Moran. He's going to be bringing us some revolutionary tunes, and I got a lot of love for James. Also, we will be having another comedic social commentary by our very own Mr. Chad Fisher, as well as, you know, the weekly Get Down by yours truly. We're also going to be screening a little more of the Douglas Millett, John Bush interview we had, or discussion we had a while back. And of course, we're going to be doing a nice little roundtable discussion on social pathology, how our environment really shapes our values. So what's going on in the news? Well, I want to give a shout out to Neil at V Radio. Neil is an official spokesperson for the Venus Project. And he's been doing a radio show for them ever since, I think, you know, shortly after Addendum came out. So a good year and a half, 2 years now, he's been doing a radio show. And Neil, oh, check it out. Let me get out of the picture here. Neil does really great work. He understands the tenets of a resource-based economy very well. He's very articulate, very intelligent, and I love his radio shows. He actually recently just had a radio show with Stefan Molyneux, who had some issues with Zeitgeist moving forward. So he brought him on and point by point addressed each issue with him. And unfortunately, at the end of the radio show, Stefan was still resistant to the idea of an economy or a world where everybody gets to access whatever it is they want to access. I don't know either. Anyways. Also, I want to give a shout out to Brandy Hume. Brandy has been doing the Venus Project Challenge on YouTube, and she's been doing a great job. What Brandy does is, you know, she makes a public address to anybody out there who has some issues or questions about the Venus Project to go ahead and make a video, and she'll make a response video. So she's been making several of these now. She's probably got 5 of them up there, and you can visit Brandy's YouTube page at TVP Challenge. Just type in TVP Challenge. There it is right there. And this is Brandy Hume. And again, also, BOINC, Boink. This is something that is basically, I think it's Berkeley, I forget. It's a college on the West Coast. But what it is the Zeitgeist movement, what you can do is it takes about 20 minutes to set up Boink. And what it is the idea is to get 25,000 people to all access their computers to this one software system to where the collective computers will make up a giant supercomputer. And this will allow all sorts of different things and you know, bring some positive media to the movement itself. So also encourage everybody to go ahead and take the time and set up a Boink, it's not an account, but just download the software and install it onto your computers so you can then facilitate the emergence of a resource-based economy that much more quickly. Also, certainly want to plug, we got our website is up and running now, zeitgeistlive.tv. This is where you can go to find all of our archived episodes, as well as our most recent discussion, debate between Douglas Millett and John Bush. This is basically a libertarian versus a resource-based economy supporter. Douglas Millett is the lead technician for the technology arm of the. You would think Jacques Fresco is, but Doug's around, and he's also the administrator for Zeit News. So it's fantastic. It's an hour-and-a-half discussion. It's really enlightening. We just got it up online a few days ago, and it's starting to go viral. So we're really happy about that, and we're getting a lot of good feedback about that. Also, I want to thank everybody out there that has donated to Zeitgeist Live. Your donations make this show possible. Yes, we do use the facilities at Austin Access. We access the abundance that Channel Austin has to offer us, but there are some costs that come along with that. It's not totally free. Still costs us actually, a good bit of change to put on this show for you, but we do it with a smile. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to roll into our first segment of the show. This is our transformative technology. We're focusing on intelligent vehicles, intelligent transportation. Check it out when we come back. We'll have James Moran, who's going to perform in a couple songs for us, followed by Chad Fisher, and then myself, and so forth. Check it out.
Here's a car that really puts the auto back into automobile. It's a 2006 VW Passat, and it is moving around this parking lot without a driver. No human is inside it, and no one is steering it by remote control. Nicknamed Junior, this robot car probes its environment with rotating laser scanners, which paint a 360-degree image of the surroundings 10 times a second. Then Junior decides for himself, using artificial intelligence software running on powerful computers, just how best to proceed along the route that has been assigned to him. Sebastian Thrun leads the Stanford engineering team that's teaching Junior how to drive.
We have to build cars that can understand the world, they can understand other vehicles, sense them, perceive them, make predictions, and interact with them. So we have to understand if we come to a stop sign that the other car might be there first, it might want to go first, there are certain rules that govern regular traffic, and we have to be able to adhere to these rules. So we have to make machines that replicate human thinking in that specific domain.
Watching Junior's every move is a group of inspectors from the government's Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA for short. They're the serious-looking guys in the white shirts. They've come to Mountain View to evaluate Junior, to test its ability to maneuver in city street conditions along a course laid out on a parking lot at Shoreline Amphitheater. Stanford won't know until August, but if Junior performs to the DARPA judge's satisfaction, then the team can advance to the next round in DARPA's Urban Challenge, when, on November 3, as many as 20 robot car building teams will compete for a $2 million grand prize. For the most part, Junior ran his routes without a problem, but at one point he simply stopped and refused to go around a parked car. Apparently his computer brain was programmed with a little too much caution. After finishing the other tests, DARPA let Team Stanford and Junior have another go at it. Again, as he approached the parked car, Junior stopped and seemed to give the situation careful thought. This time, however, a more confident Junior drove right around the stopped vehicle. After his test drives were over, Junior got rock star treatment from the media.
Okay, so this is Junior.
Sebastian Thrun, clearly pleased with Junior's performance, showed off the car's main features.
It's equipped for driving by a computer. And the way you see this, first you see the full trunk is full of computers. We're going to open it for you a sec. You see a computer system where the trunk usually is. There's a big computer station in here. There's a GPS system over here, a connection hub over here, a power control box over here, and this box over here is the interface to the car itself. So this box over here talks to the car and lets us, by computer, actuate things like steering, brake, and gas and throttle. Then Also important is this perception of the vehicle. So you see down here sensors, on the wheel over here, these guys over here, slightly dusty, they are sensors, and they are able to perceive the environment and build a model inside the vehicle as to how the environment looks like. And the last important thing is when you get inside the driver's cabin, this looks very much just like a very normal driver cabin, except there's a few extra switches, and these are the switches where you go from human control to computer control. So when you flip those, the car drives itself, and you have multiple switches for things like gearbox and throttle and turn signals and so on. That all together is the car. The last thing that I can show you is called software. So what really drives this machine is not the hardware, it's the smarts, it's in the computer programs, it's the artificial intelligence. And that's what this car does exceptionally well.
For Stanford's autonomous vehicle team, this project is about something much more audacious than winning big prize money in the DARPA challenge. After all, that's something they've already done back in 2005. For them, it's really about building the future.
I'm very confident at some point during my lifetime we're going to see cars that drive themselves. I'm going to have a button in my car that says, bring me home to my garage, I can fall asleep, it's going to drive me home, and I'm going to be better off because every year in this nation we kill something like 42,000 people in traffic accidents, mostly because of human error. If we can make cars safer, they can drive themselves, we can make blind people drive, we can make old people drive that otherwise couldn't drive anymore, children, or me when I'm fatigued or, God forbid, had a beer too much after a night in the pub. I think there's so many benefits of this technology, it's going to be really great to have.